Here's the frame. We're going to have to clean up little bits from the remains of the old one. You can see that kind of L shape there in front of you. We got to clean all of that off down to the tabs. Looking at the rocker here, you can see it's missing its fascia. So yeah, we'll need to take that out, cut along there to this back place and replace the fascia in there as well. That's all missing. So not huge parts here. The other side's going to be a lot more difficult though. Hey there, welcome to My Yard is My Garage. I'm Bishop and My Yard is My Garage. All right, today we are not working on the 69 Charger project. I know. Whoa. Yes, exactly. I have my assistant with me today. This is my assistant, Nicholas. He's going to be helping us today. And our project car today is a 2011 Lincoln Mkx. We're just going to be changing the front brakes. And honestly, this is super easy to do. Doesn't take any special tools at all. Probably things that you already have in your own garage. So without further ado, 2011 Mkx, we're just going to change the front brakes. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and undo your brake master cylinder cap. You can see that's this right here. Nicholas, if you would, go ahead and just take that off. Perfect. Yep, lay it aside. And you can kind of see the level of fluid that we have in there now. Maybe if I can figure out how to do this. The reason that we take the cap off there is when we squeeze the caliper pistons on our brake caliper, that fluid's got to go somewhere. And if you have the cap on, you're going to be fighting against that. So what I'd recommend is make sure you have the cap off. Throw a piece of cloth underneath it if you think you're going to be spilling some extra fluid. Then you won't have to clean up your driveway. All right, we're doing this at night.
It's cold.
It is. It is cold. I would recommend doing this when it's nice, warm, and sunny. Don't do your brakes in the winter. But we have our caliper here and our disc. Oh, can you hold that actually? All right, so you can see disc is relatively smooth, no grooves in it on either side. So that's good. So we're not going to worry about replacing the disc. I would recommend replacing them if you feel any grooves at all or a significant lip along this edge or the inside edge. And nope. All right, so let's see. What we're going to want to do is you can see on the back at the top of our caliper, we have a 17 millimeter bolt head. And going down to the bottom of the caliper, we have another 17 millimeter bolt head. So we're going to crack these loose, and we're going to show you what to do next. So let's crack these loose. So we're going to take our breaker bar, which is this giant bar here, and we're going to loosen that one, our top one. Make sure it's on there straight. You're going to want to go down.
Why?
Down, come on.
I'm bending the metal there.
Oh yeah, it's meant to. There you go.
Oh.
Good job. All right, and now let's crack the bottom. Let's see if I can't get a... Why can't I? There we go.
There we go.
There we go. That's a better shot. Down. Same way. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to start that up higher.
And get situated closer.
There you go. Give it an ooga dooga. At least one ooga dooga. There you go. Nice. All right, so now we're going to take our 17. We're going to, let's take about 6 turns out of this top one. There you go. You may want to use the other end too. That looks good. Alright, that's probably enough. Alright, so now we're going to want to move down to our lower bolt. And this one we're going to want to take all the way out. There you go. Oh, wrong way. 180, flip it. There you go.
Oh, okay, I see.
I know. You're asking yourself, why so many threads?
Yeah.
Why does there have to be a million threads?
Yeah, so it doesn't disassemble on you.
Alright, so you can see the million threads there. Stop. Let's check it. Let's see if the bolt's loose enough. Don't pull it all the way out, but pull it somewhat out. Just use your fingers. See if you can. Okay, put it back in. Okay, so seat it so it's got at least a couple threads seated. There you go. Now, crank it a little bit, tightening it back up just to get some more threads in there.
Okay.
So now you're tightening it up.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we're doing this is we're kind of locking the bolt back in place so it holds the caliper, so we can undo the pressure that's sitting on the old brake pads.
Get it this way.
So you have to push this in and turn it enough so the threads grab. Oh, you had it. You had it. Never mind. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here's our trick. So go ahead and grab the screwdriver. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to stuff the screwdriver right through there. Yep, even sharper angle. There you go. And just until you can, yep, there you go. Now pull it towards you a little bit, like you're wedging. Slowly. Nope. Oh, you're getting there. There you go. And pull real slow. There you go. Yep, because what you're doing is you're using the caliper itself and the brake pads to go ahead and collapse that piston. So if you watch a little portion of the piston, okay, now move to the other hole. Do the same thing. See, what I can show you is that over here, maybe you can see it or not. You can kind of see the little spot where the screwdriver will come through. All right, let me see something. Let me take a peek. Because I think... Oh, you got it, yeah. All right. You can kind of see that the caliper is slowly moving out, which means that it's compressing the pistons. And you just move real slow, take your time, go from slot to slot, because there's 2 pistons, and then just move back up. There you go. You got it. Now eventually we should see, see, you can see it in here. Why can't I? Yep, you can see the screwdriver coming through perfect. Yep, and then go ahead and, yep, and then move to the bottom one, same thing. Dig it in there, yep, there you go. Perfect. Yep, you can see we're getting some space in here now between the brake shoe and the caliper itself.
It's going really far.
Okay. All right. So let's take a look at this now and we'll see how much space. You can see we got a ton of space now. So next step is we pull that lower bolt out.
It's like pulling the whole thing. Yeah.
And then set it aside on a clean spot so we don't get any dirt on it. Yeah, you could set it on the wood block there. Yeah. Okay, so now grab the wire, and we're going to take our caliper and we're going to push it up out of the way. Yep. Yeah, don't. Yeah, that's me holding it. Then up around the strut spring, coil spring on the strut. I know we need new struts. Then just tie it off well enough. Battery's low. So next we will take the pads off themselves. Go ahead and wrangle those pads out of there. Yep, there's a little noise suppression pad in there sometimes. Wow, these say Ford Motor Company. Ford Moco, look at that. These are originals. Hopefully they're not originals.
Oh yeah.
That would just be awful. All right, there's our pad. Show the thickness there. Yeah, see the outsides don't wear as much as the insides, so we still have a little bit of a channel you can see there, probably about 1/8 of an inch. All right, let's grab the other side out. Yeah, you can just dig in there and get that out of there if you want. Just try not to nick the rotor. Try to dig it out with your fingers if you can. Yeah, you may have to get in there a little bit with the. Just don't nick the rotor. There you go. All right, now you can get it with your fingers. Yeah, or that.
Yeah, throw it off.
All right, so let's see how thick that one is.
Gone.
Yeah, show it on the side view. There we go. Yeah, so we're down to, ooh, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Yeah. All right, so next we take the clips out. You can pull on the larger part of the, yep, and they'll just come straight out. These clips help do a couple things. They will squeak a little bit when you are just about to damage your rotors. So I would recommend make sure you put new clips in. All right, so let's put new clips in. All right,
much better condition.
Oh, by far, yep. All right, so if you see what the spring looks like, it's got these little shelves on it and bits and cutty edges on one side. Yeah, those go to the out. It does kind of have to, yeah, you got it. It does have, there you go. Yep, it's got to kind of snug up against the, you can see good close up there. Yep, that's what it looks like when it's snugged in. We'll go ahead and do the rest of those three. Our clips are in. The next part we're going to do is we're going to use some silicone grease. And we're going to grease up the little tiny channel that's on each side here. Just the edge of the channel. Yeah, perfect. Yep, basically that slot where the ear is on the, yep, you got it, yep. Yeah, so what we're doing is we're just kind of greasing up the spot where the ear on the brake pad itself slides in. It'll help with installation. And it will help, yeah, basically just with installation. Let's go ahead and grease up the bolt that we took out. Make sure that it's good and lubed and that we don't have any gross debris on it. All right, so now let's get these pads in there. Oh yeah, you can see the pistons there. They are good and pressed down all the way. Oh yeah, we're going to want to put just a smidge of silicone grease on the inside of those, just on the metal portion, just right here on the metal edge, just a little bit. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yep, that's good. There you go. Perfect. It'll help keep it a little quiet, and it'll help with assembly.
Much newer.
Yeah, you can see the big difference there. All right, all the pads are shaped the same, so it doesn't matter if you put it on the inside or the outside. What does matter is that you follow the shape of the rotor and you make sure that you put the material side against the rotor.
This is going to be the difficult part.
Yeah, this is the hard part. Trying to get it to against that spring. There you go, you almost got it. There you go, you got that one. Now remember the trick? Oh,
Yeah.
nope. There you go, hold it in place with your hand. All right, so the trick is you stick a screwdriver in. Oh.
Let me see. Yep. It's going now.
Okay. All right, so you can see here. Wow, it's not focusing. There we go. All right, you can see here that the ear is in the clip. And on the upper part, we have to do what's called the trick, which means we hold the clip out and then we can slide the pad in. Or we can slide the pad in and then press the, you got it. Push. There, you got it, you got it, you got it. Push harder. There you go. Oh, dead blow, dead blow.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Here's the
gently.
dead blow.
There you go. All right, that's good. Now it's coming out. And the installation is the same on the backside.
Ow.
Uh-oh. You kind of get one of them started on the spring and the ear, and then the upper one seems to be the one that gives a little bit of trouble, and then needs the screwdriver to push the little circle part of the spring back. Is the light in the right spot for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going there.
All right, so now we've undone our wire that we used to hold our caliper up. We're going to take our caliper and push it down. What we're going to want to do, though, is we're going to want to be careful of this little rubber piece you see down here, because we don't want to just bring the caliper down and cut that and wreck that boot. So we're going to stuff a screwdriver in there to kind of hold that flat. Yep, kind of hold that flat, and then I'll bring it down. Making sure we hold that rubber boot in place. Awesome. All right, let's take a look at that boot. Yep, looks good. Not torn, not anything. All right, so now bolt back in, and we're almost done now. This is the million thread bolt, by the way. All right, so we're going to snug this up, and then we're going to tighten it up to the torque specs that Lincoln suggests for a caliper. I'll put those up on the screen here shortly. Perfect. Now we'll use our torque wrench breaker bar. You may have to start way low, like almost straight up and down. There you go. Perfect. Nice. Okay, and that's it. So now we put our tire back on, and we'll tell you what to do once your tire's back on. You can see now how much that fluid backed up. It doesn't look like it really spilled out much that I can tell, but that is really full. We're going to want to take a little bit of that out and then go ahead and put our cap back on. Oofta. All right, so then, you know, we're pretty much done. You don't need to see how a tire goes back on, but we're going to go ahead and finish up with the tire. I don't know if you can see us in the darkness, but we're going to go ahead and clean up. All right, so we go in. This is what you do after you've replaced one side. Push the brake. What we're doing is we're just kind of pushing those pistons so they reclamp the calipers back down. So you push the brake about 5 times. We've done that.
And strobe. Yeah, that works.
Oh, that's really bright.
Yeah.
How about not? We'll just.
Okay.
I'll lean forward. Okay. So we've pushed on our brake pedal about 5 times. We've started the vehicle. Now we're going to go ahead and just drive it around a block and see how this goes. So let's just reverse a little bit. We'll watch our screen. Looks good. Go. Yep, we don't hear any weird sounds. Ready for let's try the brakes. Oh yeah, those look good. Very nice. All right, well, thank you for coming along on this. We've changed our brakes on our 2011 Lincoln Mkx. Thank you to my assistant Nicholas for being along on this one. He's also my backup cameraman as well. And we appreciate you coming by our yard, helping us out, coming along. I'm sure you're here because, well, either you find it somewhat entertaining or it's going to be useful and help you change your own brake pads on your Lincoln. This probably covers a 2009 all the way up to a 2015 Lincoln. They're just about the same, so the same procedure should work for you for those years. All right, thanks again. If you like what you see, go ahead and click subscribe. Click the bell down below if you want to be notified when we've got new content. And I thank you for coming by, and we'll see you next time on Bishop's Garage. Oh wait, my yard is my garage.
Cue the epic outro music.
Yep.